Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Leo. It is a general reading. That being said, it may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't sound like it's your story, check your other placements. Your messages could be there. So the rider has fallen in reverse and we have the whip. There's communication struggles at play when it comes to this whip and the horse being in reverse. I feel like there is no news, no action, because somebody possibly with Pisces in the reverse, Sagittarius in reverse, there's something they're not seeing, and they felt with the Eight of Swords, they would have felt like it's like a victim mentality, or like they were going to be a victim. This could be past experiences that are at play here. The ego could be bruised also. Look what I have here. This is very interesting because I have the man and I have the lady. Now, the man, let me see. The man, he can maybe have this one in particular, because there are others, but I mean this one in particular speaks to a relationship that could be in turmoil, because someone could be a little overpowering, too much dominance and control in the relationship. And if that was the case, then that would need to be looked at, because there's a reason why they were like that, right? So this man, he's looking over here at the lady, and she's like pretending not to look at him right now. But he's looking over at her, and he was afraid to get burned. This is what's on his mind, is the comet and this cash here, which is about receiving. So what he thought he was going to get burned. He had this victim mindset because he had been burned before. He was going to get burned again. That's what he was pretty sure of. He wasn't. There's something here that he's not seeing, though. Okay. He was afraid to get hurt, and it's interesting because she was wanting to take it slow with him. She was taking a gentle approach to the relationship, because she didn't think he was going to stick around. And it's funny, it's almost like they're both thinking the same thing of each other. So I think that there could be issues on both sides when it comes to trust in a relationship, or trusting the other. This is about a relationship with the Earth card sitting at the heart. It was the first card out. Possibly having to do with the ego with regards to a relationship. It could speak to a bruised ego. This could be why they're holding back. Somebody is afraid, or was afraid to progress with this connection, and so they turned the offer down. They just didn't feel ready to do this. They felt that they were going to get burned. Okay. There was some really intense feelings. The whip and the comet, oh my God. So there was some really intense feelings surrounding the relationship or the forward movement or the growth of the relationship, where it was going. There were a lot of issues here. And this person who initially turned down the offer is looking at that. So they're looking back at that, and then they have this three of coins here where they're standing alone. So maybe they were trying to control something in the back in the past. Maybe they were unwilling to compromise or to understand, and maybe that's why they stand alone. But more than likely, they left and all the tools here are scattered, so they did not complete something that they were trying to build because they were uncompromising. And so there could be thoughts here of returning. They're looking back at the work they did. Okay? And looking back at what they did wrong in order to, with the emperor, to restore the order. Maybe there's a realization of having been too controlling with the emperor here and with this man here, which I believe are one and the same. They were afraid, and I think that fear is at the bottom of this, and so because of the moon, subconscious fears, which makes sense with that Eight of Swords and the Pisces reversed. And so they began to question somebody's story, and they were not willing to listen here, you see, with the Five of Swords, and this is what we were talking about here. So this like blew up. Somebody became very angry, possibly when they began to believe that they weren't going to get what they want. And I'll say it that way. They began to believe that they weren't going to get what they wanted. And they began to believe that they knew what was going on when most likely they didn't, because they weren't seeing clearly here. They could have been in denial of what the real truth was. And so this is looking back and seeing things differently. They've discovered in looking back new information, and now they find themselves feeling very regretful. There's a reevaluation of the situation. Here we have a reunion with someone from the past, and again on the other side, a reunion. This is an event in the future, and this can be about the fruits of the labor, of your labor, what you put in, you know. So I feel like they may be looking for possible answers. This could be about putting effort into this reunion and making something grow. This could be really starting over from scratch, because these cups are empty, and each one of these children, each are planting new flowers, new memories. These are flowers of memory, of remembrance. And this is a card of starting over from scratch. That's what this is. I feel that if they weren't ready and there was something they weren't seeing in the past, they clearly see it now and there is regret. Now they are wanting to reach for something that they initially had turned down. Starting over from scratch, trying to find a solution, a way to handle this situation. There's the reevaluation right there. And so this person, I feel represented here also by the Grand Duke, is waiting and thinking, trying to come up with a solution to handle this situation that they are currently in. And that is, I feel like they've seen what they did wrong. We have the new information right here. Oh, look at that, with the Hanged Man also. How can I fix things? What is it I need to see or understand? Well, that information, this came like this, so the information comes after. And so it's how to handle this, how to go back, how to make amends, how to fix things, how to explain. They lost more than they bargained for in this kind of a standoff, and now they want it back. The question is, how do they do that, and will the other person take them back? And so this whip is also about, it's also a very highly sensual symbol. So this could speak to the attraction, the desire this person has for the other. But it can also be needing to get something moving, cracking the whip, snapping to it, whipping things up. Yeah, get cracking. It's what they want, which shows me that they're rather anxious to get this done, or to get back to this person and explain. The thing is, they don't know how they're going to be received, or if the person will even take them back. So I'm thinking that this card here may have caused a lot of damage, or in their mind they feel it caused a lot of damage, because they would have left with this card with probably some very hurtful words. They would have had to have the final say, and then most likely just disappeared into silence. So that is what I have for you. I thank you for watching, for liking, and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings to all of you.